All right, everyone, welcome to the weekly Arizona real estate market update. In this week, we are going to go over the latest trends in home prices, buyer and seller powership, foreclosure activities, and mortgage rate trends. So, whether you are a buyer or a seller or even investor, right? Stay informed and will definitely help you in making the right decision in real estate journey. With that, let's dive right into the information right now, shall we? All right. So number one, we are going to look at right now is as you see here, we see a lot of signal that the housing market is actually slowing. In front of you right now is we see that 15 out of the 17 major cities in Arizona saw the not so great condition for the seller. All right. So this is the biggest shift from the past few months, and it signal for the market to becoming more and more favorable to the buyers. All right. Some of the cities that has a highest decline, as you see, number one, Fountain Hills, negative 21%. Maricopa cities, negative 16%, Paradise Valley, negative 14%, Glendale, 12%, and Avondale, 11%. All right. We also see that if we are looking at the market, like comparing all the cities in the market right now, we have 7 cities that is still in the seller's market only, 5 cities in the balance market, and 5 cities in the buyer's market. When we talk about that, that means 10 out of 17, 10 out of 17 that kind of favorable to the buyers. Okay. So the good news for the seller is this. Okay. The demand is slow. The demand is showing early signs of a coming back. Okay. Especially with the Super Bowl is over and the history is that is actually the time. February and March is actually the time that the buyers start to coming back on the market. So this is actually the time that is good. Okay. However, the seller is still facing some challenge. Okay. Especially the supply is still way over the demand. It still grow at a very fast rate compared to the demand, meaning that in these market, in the balance and the buyer's market, right, the buyer has more option and the seller need to be more competitive in pricing and incentives to be able to sell your house. Okay. Seller, all right, as a note for the sellers, right, if you are in the declining market like Fountain Hills, Paradise Valley, as we see, right, be proactive, price very, very competitive, okay, and consider offering buyer incentive to stay ahead. All right, so that's it for this slide. Now, the number one we are going to look at is home prices. Especially, we are going to compare the difference between average and median home price. Okay, so first of all, let's having some definition. Okay, the median sale price is the middle point in the market, middle price point in the market. Okay, versus the average price is the total price of all homes sold divided by the number of sales. That cause a problem. Okay, so why do I say that? Okay, so if we look at 2024 in Maricopa County and Pinal County, right, the median sale price, which is the green line right here, okay, is about 450,000. The average sale price is 584, 30% higher than the median sale price. If we are looking at the Maricopa County alone, the median sale price is 461. It's 471 and 615. Okay, another 30%. Pinal County 384,000 versus 417 in the average sale price. Well, why does that matter? Okay, that means that we can see that because the way that the average price calculated, right, we can tell that the luxury market is pushing up the average price because those are the one that has a higher price point, right? But that doesn't mean that your home has appreciated. It's just because out of average, right, sum of all the price together. Okay, so 71% 58.5% of homes in Maricopa sell way below the average number. Okay, 62% actually in Pinal County sold below the average number as well. So in other words, we can say that the best way to track home values is actually looking at the median sale price. Okay, and because of that, we can see the okay, here's some chart about the distribution of the average in Pinal County and Maricopa County. Okay, so because of that, we can see that the median sales price has stayed relatively stable. If we're looking at the chart for the median sale price, we see that it's relatively stable, meaning that the typical home are not appreciating as fast as a luxury home. Right. So for those of you who are interested, who has, when I say typical home, that means houses running around 400, 500, up to around 900 or so. That's typical home price for Arizona, right? So it's not as appreciating as fast as a luxury home, which is more than $1 million. Okay, seller. Here's a note for the seller. If your home isn't in the luxury market, okay, do not assume rising the market to mean higher value. That's the very, very easy misunderstanding. A lot of people, a lot of homeowner, because of a lot of tool that can provide a average sale number for the entire Phoenix. And a lot of people have access to those information, and they misunderstanding that their home actually goes up a lot. Okay, but it's actually not. Right? So when you do the comps, you do need to look at the recent comps, the recent sale in the area to make sure that you have the real value versus looking versus don't say, oh, the average sale price in my area is 900. I have to do 900. No, but you have to look at the home price that sold in the recent time period. Okay. The topic number 3 that I'm going to share with you is the January home sales, okay? Because we are in February, now we do have the information for the January in total, all right? So here's a couple information, okay? As you see here, the green line is the current year, 2025, and the blue line, the blue bar is 2024, the previous year, okay? Here we have a total sales, okay? Total sale of 5,066, okay? And then the new home price is only 1,138, okay? Very low, right? These are the new home price right here, okay? This one is actually dropped about 18% compared to the previous year, okay? And then the resale home price is running around, as of right now, is 3,928. That's actually an increase of 7.4% from the previous year. Okay, when we look at the median sale price, talking about prices, right? We have to look at median sale price. The overall median sale price of this year is about $484,000. $489,000. That's 6.6% increase. New home price is actually 539. That's 7.9% increase. And resale home price is about 460,000, the 4.8% increase compared to previous year. All right. So what's happening here? The new home price, the new home sale is actually slowing as the builders scale back and rate buy out become less competitive, right? Luxury home, because the home price of the resale obviously has much costing the home buyers much less, right? Only 460 in median sale price versus 549, almost 540. Okay, I'm sorry, 539, almost 540. So new home sales therefore are slowing. Now the luxury sales are keeping overall price high, but the resale market is stabilized. As you see here, it's not changing a lot versus the right here is the big jump. This one causing all the pricing increase in the new home. The new home normally have a higher price. Okay. For the buyers, there's more room to negotiate, especially in certain markets like Maricopa and Glendale and Paradise Valley, as you see in the first slide, right? For the seller, if you are living in Quinquic, Mesa, Gilbert, you still have a good performance, okay? And expect, but you do expect that more and more buyer negotiating with you, okay? So you have to be flexible, you have to be open to listen to what they say, and then look at the home price, okay? All right, the next topic is about foreclosure. Okay, the foreclosure, we actually see an increase in foreclosure, but the question is, should we worry about it? All right, so to be able to answer the question, let's look at the detailed information here. All right, the notice of justice sale is the one that they start the foreclosure process. When they start the foreclosure process, they start with the notice, okay, and then completed justice sales, that means complete the foreclosure. The green one is residential and the blue line is non-residential. Okay, as of January 2025, right now, we have a notice of justice sale is 422. Okay, and the completed justice sales is only 79. Okay, even though we have a high number of notice, a lot of people try to pay off or make the balance to current before the actual closing. So there's only 79 completed justice sale at the end of the day. Okay, so to answer the question whether it's a market crash or not, is actually not. The question is no. The answer is no. Foreclosure is just meaning to return to the normal pre-pandemic level, right? In 2010, Arizona had about 5,000 foreclosure per month. 5,000. As of right now, how many do we have? 79 completed. Okay, only 79 completed. Completed means the house can be available for auction, for sale, right? In 2010, we have an average of 5,000 and no one say anything about foreclosure. But a lot of people are talking about that now because more and more people are thinking about houses. Okay, the long-term average is about one. For those of you who are interested, the long-term average is about 1,846. Okay, so the 79 completed sales, foreclosure sale, is absolutely not an alarming signal. All right. So for seller, you are not flooding with the market. Foreclosure are not a lot in the market right now. So you don't have to worry about the tremendous price drop if a lot of people giving up the house. Not a lot of people giving up the house. That's the fact, right? There's 5,000 people get notice at the beginning of the process, and only 79 people giving up on the house. You most likely not be able. You don't lose the house because of foreclosure in today's market. Okay, and therefore foreclosure will not be a threat to the sellers because number one, the market doesn't change because of that increased number of foreclosure, and number two, the home price is still not impacted because of the foreclosure. Okay, next topic is about, oh, I forgot to show this. So in 2010, right, we have a peak month about 4,800 right here. On long-term average is 1,800 right here. As of right now, we only have a tiny bit of 79 property. Okay, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, the next one is the new construction slowing down and what happened to the mortgage rate. Okay, so we have here the new home market share, as you know, from 2020 it dropped in 22.5% in January. Okay, now last year is about 23%, about a year ago. Okay, so as you see here, the builder is slowing down the production. That means fewer new homes that will hit the market. Why is that? Okay, we already said about this. The higher mortgage rate have cool the demand. All right. If the mortgage rate is too high and therefore there's not a lot of people interested to buy right now, the resale home sellers are not offering similar incentive anymore, making new builds less attractive. If you remember, they used to offer like 3% interest rate, 4% interest rate, 5% interest rate, okay? But nowadays it's more like offering you 2% toward closing costs, which is not the interest rate, right? 2% toward closing costs and 20,000 for your upgrade. Wait a minute. What if I don't want to do upgrade? Well, then I'm sorry, you're stuck with that. You cannot use that money. So the builder change the incentive nowadays in terms of giving more toward upgrade, toward options, which not everyone like it. And plus, sometimes if you do it, then you end up pay more. And a lot of people don't like that. So interest rate is still the number one concern for the buyer in today's market. And if the resale are now offering very similar incentive, they're offering 3%, 4%, even 6% incentive to toward the buy down of the interest rate, which is that's a very smart move from the homeowners. Okay. So here's the situation. Obviously, if the if there is a lower rate, interest rate, right, they're gonna become definitely gonna have a higher demand, and the market gonna be in a seller market. But if the interest rates stay high, right, the buyer will continue negotiating very hard, and the buyer and the seller may need to offer the concession to be able to sell the house. Otherwise, no, the buyer cannot get a house and the seller cannot sell the house. Okay. So for the buyers, tip for the buyers, okay, watch for the seller paid rate buy down or builder incentive. Always ask for it. Most likely, the seller will agree to those terms, okay? For the seller, consider offering incentives to stay competitive. Nowadays, that is absolutely the number one thing you need to do to help the buyers. Don't ask, why do I have to pay for the closing cost? Well, if not, then you cannot sell the house. I know it's tough, but of course, discuss with your agent. Even though if you're giving, I know that a lot of people worry about giving up their equity, their cash, right? Then the bottom line going to be less. But depend on the real estate agent. If someone who knows how to negotiate, they can actually make your bottom lines still meet the goal and the criteria that you put up front. Okay. So those are all the information that I said. I want to share with you. What do you think? Should you buy or you sell right now? Give me a comment. All right. Should you buy or you sell right now? So sorry, someone distracted me because of a spam comment. I just deleted. If you see the spam comment, don't worry about that. Okay. Asking you to donate. Please note, I'm not affiliate in any donation or by any means in these videos. Okay. So shouldn't you buy or sell right now? That's a very good question. Okay. If you buy, thinking about buying, you're going to have some great opportunities in Maricopa, Glendale, Avondale, Surprise, or Buckeye, right, where you have negotiation power. And here's a tip: always ask for seller incentive. You never know where the seller will be doing. Okay. How about thinking about selling? Okay, if you're in a strong market like Mesa, Gilbert, in Chandler, now this is actually the very, very good time to list. The buyers has more, the demand is more getting on the market, and therefore the demand is higher. But you still have to price competitively. Okay, you have to do that, otherwise you cannot sell. It's not a crazy seller market. Okay, regardless of where you are, you have to price competitively. And willing to offer buyer incentive for sure. Okay. All right. Final thought on today market update is this: the Arizona housing market is shifting. Okay, but there's still opportunity for both the buyers and the sellers. All right. So I already told you along the line that those are the things that the buyers have to, if you are on the market to buy a house, always ask for incentive. And if you want a good deal, look for the area that you have strong power. If you cannot be in that area, you still ask for incentive, right? Always, always, always ask. For the seller, pricing competitive is the number one key, and make sure that you look at the recent comps rather than some estimate, some average number that doesn't make any sense. Okay. If you need an expert advice on home evaluation and negotiation strategy, reach out today. I'm more than happy to share with you the information that I have. Also, at the same time, please like, subscribe, or turn on notification on the weekly Arizona real estate market update. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.